What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dragon Quest Legacy of the Lost Let's Play on my weekly stream. Every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern. I don't know where Zen is. So I guess I'm gonna hang up on him. Oh, no, there he is. There he is.
Hi.
Hi, there you are.
Sorry, my dad is flipping out, and I'm having problems convincing him to do stuff he doesn't want to do.
Bam. There is the shared screen.
You know, my mom goes on Craigslist, and she tries to click on apartments, she's browsing for a friend, and it hangs up, and it says, Internet Explorer wants to use a script on this page, and writing it could cause it to be unstable, of course. And so they can't browse Craigslist with their Internet Explorer. And I said, well, why don't you just use Firefox? And he's like, I've been using this browser for 20 years, I'm not going to change now. And I said, okay, I have a solution. Maybe it's the fact that you're... Did you ever grind for that shield?
I did grinding for it, but I never actually got it.
That's where you need at least one, because even Aruba can equip it. Oleon. And that's a good shield for Oleon, if you're using wands and not two-handed staves. So, anyway, so I said, well, you know you're using Windows XP, which can't support the latest edition of Internet Explorer, and it's possible that Craigslist is probably writing a script for Internet Explorer 10 or 11. Possibly. So yeah, it's going to hang up with an earlier version, because you haven't updated your OS in like 10 years. He is so slow to upgrade computer software. He's totally in the past. It took him forever to even update to XP. He was using 98 until like 2009.
I also took forever to upgrade to XP. I only recently made the move to 7, like this last year.
Do you have a problem with 7 that I do? I'll explain. It's real simple. Sometimes it thinks I'm double clicking and I'm not.
No.
Well, I know someone who's having the problem, and I am too. So, and I've only noticed it recently, and I've changed mice a few times to see if it was the mouse.
What's up with your microphone, dude?
You don't like it? Sucks.
It sounds like you're using a webcam mic.
Well, I currently am.
Ah, that explains it.
I can change it though. If I go to conversation, if I go to tools, options, and I go into audio settings, and I check the microphone, and I just do the heads. Now I'm using a headset.
That sounds like a billion times better.
Okay. Well, see, the webcam is an HD webcam, so it's easier if I don't have a headset on. Right. Did you check those bookshelves?
Yeah, I checked everything last time.
Yeah, just meander about. Are you streaming now?
Yeah, I'm streaming. Say hi to everybody.
Oh, hi, I didn't know. I'm just explaining my parents' problems with Internet Explorer and Craigslist. And
I didn't want to interrupt.
Well, like right before you called, it's like I'm trying to get it through their heads that they probably should upgrade.
I was really confused. I'm like, he knew I was going to call him.
Family crisis. You know, it happens. Well, I don't have the chat open, so I guess I'll open up the chat so I can read it too. Okay.
How's it going, Sadie? How's it going, Doc? How's it going, Ashes?
What is it? Twitch.tv
/saigancat.
You're kind of the first choice that pops up on my selections because you're the only one I go to.
Really? You haven't been watching Twitch Plays Pokemon?
No, I don't. I barely have enough time to watch my subs and do my school projects actually right now.
Are you not familiar with Twitch Plays Pokemon then?
Well, I don't play Pokemon anyway, so...
Right, but okay, so this is what happened. This mad genius decided to do a social experiment. And he wrote a script that grabs commands from the Twitch chat, like up, down, left, right, A, B, select, start, and he made a script that grabs those out of chat and translates them into a command on an emulator running Pokemon.
So people can play his emulated Pokemon?
Yes. Now, what happens when you have 80,000 people all doing this at the same time?
Well, I would think nothing would happen.
Well, it takes them about a week to get through half of the game, is what happens.
Sounds interesting.
It is hilariously painful to watch.
Oh, but grinding for the shield here is actually faster than you make it out to be if you just run from every battle but the gyro. It will only take you probably 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I could probably use the levels too.
That's what I did when I played. I fought every battle, and I was definitely over-leveled for places, which helped a lot for boss battles.
Yeah. Yes, Sadie, I am feeling much, much better. Thank you. Yes, it will only last until next time my son brings some fancy new plague home from school.
I know the feeling. I don't personally suffer from this, but my sister does, because her daughter is 9 right now. Always coming home with something.
I'm becoming impressed with the amount of toll that it has on my immune system, because typically I don't really get sick all that often. But
it's probably wise for you to get a flu shot then, just in case. They cost.
I do the nasal spray, and my insurance pays for it. So
I saw one for sale at Walgreens today, and I was like, I should probably get it. I didn't, but like I passed by Walgreens and they had it advertising their sign, get the flu shot here. I'm not sure how much they charge. I think they charge $35 or $40 for it. It used to be $20, and I think it went up to $30. Don't quote me on this. They're government sponsored, so they should be the same price no matter where you are in the country.
I think they pretty much are. Like, what, 25 bucks?
You can get some deals if, like, Medicare or something is going to cover a little bit of it, but by and large, people pay the same price. Kind of like McDonald's, but even McDonald's actually fluctuates depending on income levels, I've noticed.
Ashes! You're working on your passive so you can carry me. Thank you, Ashes.
Yeah, I got the chat pulled up finally, and those are the last two. Oh, I gotta actually log into chat. I better do that. I have the chat pulled up, but I'm not logged in. Sorry, wrong password. Really? Oh, the technical problems. Yeah, my schoolwork took a toll for the worst when it comes to how much they're giving me right now. It's terrible. Projects just due everywhere.
I don't see myself ever going back to school. The company that I work for will even freaking pay for it. They'll pay my entire college tuition. And I just don't want to. Like, I am already so damn busy. Why are you trying to make me go back to school on top of that?
Well, it betters you as an employee, so... I can't remember my password. This is horrible. Mad apples, caterpillars, and the coppered gold that we talked about before. Twitch, send reset instructions to the email address associated with your account.
I did not attack the Mad Apple.
No, he's got the highest hit points of any of those three.
Yeah, but he's also got sleep hit, which is why I was kind of focusing on him.
True.
Koala Knight doesn't do too much. The Caterpillar, yeah, it can armor everybody, but meh.
Yeah, I noticed he's not that big of a threat. I'm gonna close that out. F9 is the key to refresh Outlook.
Ashes, you got 3 hours of sleep a night in college, because aren't you a doctor?
If you're on call, yeah, it makes sense.
Like, I'm under the impression that going into a medical profession requires the most schoolwork out of...
Well, it does. You've got, well, schoolwork, you mean study or projects?
Yes.
Okay,
Schoolwork.
Oh, did this work finally?
Which I am just rubbish at schoolwork. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Yes, I'm in.
Like, if I don't find something to be, you know, immediately interesting to me, then I completely refuse to study it or do any work on it. I'm like, meh, I don't care.
I had to change majors once. Okay, it's working now. I had to do that because I was going to be a software engineer, and I'd already done 4 semesters of software engineer, so I was just almost done with the freshman curriculum, going into the sophomore stuff. And the trouble with that was when I got to assembly language, I wasn't understanding it, and my friend Jesse was just plowing through it, and we were both in the same calculus class, and he was just plowing through calculus. The man was a genius, I guess. I had to take calculus 3 twice before I passed it. 1 and 2 I passed first try. 3, yeah.
Man, I had to take algebra 3 times before I passed it. I am just terrible at math because I refuse to study it.
Well, that's a problem. Also, physics. I passed physics 1, but physics 2 I had to retake. So, knowing I had to retake a physics class and a calculus class, and not really understanding assembly the way I was supposed to. Like, I could get some basic things done in assembly, what he had taught us, but some of the terms were just not working, and some of my commands just didn't work, and I didn't understand it. Right before the drop date for your classes, I talked to the instructor. I said, you know, my brains just might not be in this category, and I'm not really interested because I'm not understanding it that well, and I think I should just drop this and change majors. And he let me drop. He signed the thing saying, okay, it's before the drop date. I dropped that class, and I also dropped my my statistics class, but not freshman statistics. This was engineering statistics. It was the one you have to take freshman statistics in order to take this one. So basically, you could call it stats too, but it's not. It's just called something statistics.
Zen.
What?
You're seriously putting me to sleep, dude.
Well, anyway, I changed majors.
Like, I have no idea what you're talking about anymore. There was a bunch of math jargon in there and math classes, and I just like completely blacked out.
I wasn't being technical.
Math. Like,
Alright, whatever. You got a drink in hand?
I do have a drink in hand. I am drinking apple ale. What are you drinking?
Just a simple beer. Oh, the humanity. I ran out of vodka a couple weeks ago and I haven't replenished it yet.
Terrible.
I had an hour before the stream started to go do it, but I was doing Minecraft. Minecraft. Yeah.
Oh, hey, cool. Some Dragon Quest X news for everybody that just hit my phone. The new class coming along is the Item Master. So, Item Master class. That's over on Silicon Era. The trailer for DQ10 2.1 is up as well, and that looks pretty good.
I don't feel the love with the Dragon Quest series in the States, and that's sad because I want to. I fell in love with the series back when I got the first Dragon Quest game from a friend in middle school. I just bought it off of him for like $5, and he sold me the strategy guide with it.
I really didn't begin to appreciate the series until 8 came out.
That's kind of interesting.
I'd played them beforehand, but I kind of preferred Final Fantasy for a while until I played... There were a couple of games that kind of undermined my love of Final Fantasy and kind of showed me that Final Fantasy is a bit overrated. Wow. Olean, are you alive? Aruba's dead. Okay.
That's okay, you have a free inn downstairs. And Olean can cast the revive spells. And by the way, trivia on this game, no one else learns a Vivify or Revive spell only Oleon in the human party, so it's probably advisable to carry around some branches, not now, but when you get the money, some branches, and only use them on him.
Right.
Because I was really shocked that he didn't put at least the Vivify spell on the hero, because what Dragon Quest game, except for 1 and 2, does the hero not have at least Vivify?
1 and 2.
I said except 1 and 2. The series was just getting started then. Ever since 3, Hero has had Vivify. Not Revive, though, which is understandable. Because then that makes the Pilgrim class or the Like class better, a better choice. But yeah, in this game, he just doesn't have it. But Arias mentioned in the final update that if you cast the Safe Step spell, which is Step Guard, you'll get an indication when it wears off. Which is good, because there wasn't one before.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil anything. This is not a spoiler. There's a different type of marsh in post-game. There's a lot of damage when you step on it.
What?
And
Like
Safe Step helps.
There's a second type of marsh in the previous Dragon Quest games.
Yeah, there's barrier and there's marsh, but this is a different type of marsh. It might be the same principle, but you cast Safe Step, you're fine, but it didn't tell you when it wore off, and you would just get the crunch and get like 50 damage. It's like, ouch! Safe Step. So he's like, I think I can add that in. It's like, thank you. It would really help. I guess if you don't get in the next 10 battles, and again, I suggest running from some to make it faster.
I tried running from... Oh,
There
hey,
he
there he
is.
is. I tried running
we
from a
start gearing
couple
up.
before, and I was not successful in running from them. You were talking about math at the time.
You're right, and you got put to sleep. I wasn't talking about math. I was talking about classes I was taking.
You were talking about math classes. That is the same thing, sir.
Mm.
What did we call these guys?
Well, they're called gyro carlins, but I don't know what we
What
call
were
them.
we calling them? They were like flying dinner plates with or like ham or something.
Yeah, like ham with hands, I guess.
I don't remember.
Which makes sense because it's ham-handedness. Get it? Playing Dragon Quest, the puns will roll. Oh.
Accelerate all.
I always called it Acceleratle.
Why would you call it acceleratle? It's
Because it's spelled
accelerate.
Yeah, but I know it's accelerate, but then when you add the LE, Acceleratle. Because it's spelled rattle.
Was it ham stacks? That might have been
I
it.
think it was. Well, we also called it plates. And then the little things on the end, I don't really know. In a way, it reminds me of a piece of cabling. That's like embedded in something, and the brown stuff on the sides is just kind of like the embedded insulation, so you're getting a cutaway view. You know. So. Does anyone in chat know what's more conductive, silver or gold? I want to say gold is, but I think
I'm gonna say gold.
if we have a chemist on hand who might know this, how freely the electrons on the outermost, is it valence? The valence electrons, how easily they flow? I think that's what they're called, the electrons. in
The
outermost shell.
electrons in the outermost ring of the atom are in the valence shell.
Yeah. And that's chemistry for you. Chemistry is all about how electrons interact between particles. Oh, I also found an interesting piece of trivia. Plutonium does not occur naturally. It has to be a byproduct of uranium, or refined into it by other means. It doesn't occur as a product of stars.
Why are we discussing that though?
It just linked together from what's more conductive to chemistry to that. It just sort of flows into it.
Arias! How's it going? Doc. Dragon Quest makes
Oh, Saigan needs
more
some,
effort into making their stories relatable than Final Fantasy stories who are over the top. Yeah, I was watching somebody play Final Fantasy Lightning Returns the other day, and I say this as a fan of anime, but that was the most anime bullshit I have ever seen. The Final Fantasy plot lines are just like, they're obsessed with jamming their heads so far up their own asses at this point. I don't care. There's no depth to them anymore. It's just, it's they're trying so hard to be deep and unique. It's like a pretentious high schooler.
It's like I have a relation here. It's like in I don't know if anyone's old enough. I'm not. But if anyone was in the 60s and they would catch the serials before the movie at the theater, you would only catch a piece of it. And that's what that Final Fantasy game feels like. It feels like a bunch of serial stories strung together that don't really have a start or finish. So...
Oh, Arias has been playing Lightning Returns. Arias, what are your feelings on Lightning Returns?
Silver is lower on the periodic table, so it's more conductive. Silver. Lower on the table.
Does that have to do with the atomic weight somehow, Ashes?
That only works if it's not a noble gas, because those are basically inert. I guess he's right in a way, because hydrogen, the most conductive, 1 electron. Yeah.
Try to not die,
They are
Olean.
appealing to
Otaku.
Otaku.
Yeah.
Yeah, Japanese nerds like them, but we don't. Like, normal people don't.
Wow. Wow. Try to not alienate.
Did you heal? I hope you did.
I did heal Aruba, yes. I'm trying to keep Aruba alive, despite this stupid ham plate wing creature.
I was drinking and you made me...
It's honestly the most fun I've had in a game in a long time. Okay, is that because of the gameplay or the story, Arias? Shield? Shield. Shield? Shield?
Please.
Shield?
Please, crap.
That's 2 of them!
Kill the boss and come back for the shield. But it's a good shield, I like it. I do recommend trying to get one.
Yeah, I have to go for the boss or I'm not going to kill it tonight.
Yeah,
I need to set aside an hour and a half to kill bosses.
I still say you should kill the carrot because he drops the Dream Blade, and that's a good weapon for Melody.
I'm not going to go after the carrot right now.
I'm saying you won't be able to get him when you kill the boss. He vanishes.
Final Fantasy doesn't do poorly in Japan. What are you talking about, Doc?
Yeah, Final Fantasy is basically almost as popular as Dragon Quest.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is still hugely popular in Japan. Gameplay is great. You do like the story. You loved 13 and 13 too so much. I feel like it's doing a good job so far.
Wow.
I missed a switch.
Okay, we'll find your Switch. You liked 13 and 13 too. Is that the one with the outfits you have to wear? No, that's
You're thinking of 10-2.
That's 10-2.
But 13 Lightning Returns also has outfits.
Oh god, 13. Yeah, that's the one with the dude with the afro and the chocobo in it.
Zaz.
That story was horrible. That's not good story writing.
It was better than some other recent Final Fantasies. I mean, it's not as good as 12, but it was certainly better than 7. Better than 7.
7 at least had a coherent
Better
story.
than 7, better than 10.
7's story was coherent, even though it was pretty simple.
If you're a 14-year-old...
I'm not a fanboy of 7, though. I just think that it had
I was a fanboy of 7 when I was 14. Like, when it first came out, I thought 7 was the greatest game that ever came out. I thought it understood me.
I thought it was good, too, when it came out, but I didn't own a PlayStation when it came out. I had to go to my friend's house and play it, so I only got to play it in the mornings when I picked him up for school. And yes, I got to his house an hour before we had to leave so I could play it. And that was the only time I got to play it, but I only got to do that a couple times a week. And then I got my own PlayStation for Christmas that one year, and I think it was the year of 97.
Well, Arias, regardless of my feelings on the writing in that game, I'm glad you're enjoying it.
My first 2 games, though, on the PlayStation were Final Fantasy VII and Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yeah.
And that's the original Tactics now, and that was...
As much as I harp on FF7, I do think that the gameplay still holds up.
If they had a better graphic palette, because I mean the little pipe cleaner arms with Popeye Force.
Well, dude, I mean look at when it came out.
I know polygon graphics were new, but then they were experimenting with 3D. I understand that, and for its time, it looked good. It really did.
I wouldn't say that 7 is awful, Doc. I think it's just way overhyped.
It's overhyped, yes.
I don't think it's near as good as people make it out to be.
6, though, I think is underrated. I love
No, 6 isn't underrated at all. Who do you think underrates 6? If you speak to anyone who's played 6, they agree that it's the best Final Fantasy.
When I ask people, they always say 7 is like God, and I say, well, what about 6?
You need
Well,
to get
our
better
version is
friends.
3. Well, not my friends, these are just people who I know who are gamers. My friend had Final Fantasy 3. No, we're talking about 6 now.
Yeah, the
He had
materia
3,
system
but
was
Super
decent.
Nintendo.
It was like an upgraded version of the Esper system from FF6.
I liked Final Fantasy 3 a lot, 6. And actually, I borrowed it from my friend so much that he forgot he owned it for a while. And then when I went in service, I returned it to him. He goes, "Oh, that's right, you borrowed this 3 years ago." It's like, I know, like, I couldn't return it. Played it so much, I knew how to get economizers. You steal them from brachiosaurs in the world of Ruin. I mean, I played it so much, I know that, if you try to sketch Go-Go, if you try to sketch, Zone Eater, the game has a really awesome glitch. If you try to sketch Gaw, the game has a really awesome glitch.
There's a glitch also in the game that's like a game-breaking bug if you try and sketch the wrong thing, although I can't remember what it was.
Call Palador and then try to sketch a monster. That's what it is. Palador is the Esper that tried to turn enemies into items, I think. I think. And if you called it, and then the next command was Realm Sketch, it could freeze your game.
Yeah, it happened to one of my coworkers. He still hasn't finished 6 because he's still angry about that because it actually happened to him.
It's such a rare occurrence. Like, how often do you call Palador then sketch? Like, that's probably why it never got caught.
Yeah, I mean, I never freaking heard about the freaking glitch until like a year ago. Like, really? That can happen?
Who used Palador? It had like a 0.01% chance of ever working.
It happens. It happens enough that people know about it.
Apparently. But, if you sketched Gaw, you lost the chainsaw in your inventory unless it was the second to last or last item, which was weird. The last item on your list, and I mean the very, very last, if you put an item, cycled it all the way down to the 255th slot,
We hit all these.
put it there. Okay, good. Then that item's quantity became 0. And in Final Fantasy VI, what 0 meant was 255 of them. So you could never buy 255 in the game, but with the glitch you could get 0. And it was really cool. So you do the glitch enough, you get 255 mega elixirs, and then bet them at the arena.
Have I updated to the final version? No, not yet.
I don't think he has. He still has his pimped out Aruba.
Yeah, you're not going to fix Aruba in the final version, are you? You're not going to sneak a little fix in there. Oh my god, I need water so bad. I'll be right back.
Okay. Then we're gonna watch the eyeball and the panda. Okay. Hey, Arias, you know what this could use is like an auto fight command. I'm not talking about complex or sophisticated AI, but I meant just like auto fight where everyone just attacks. If you're fighting weak enemies and don't want to run from them or something, or you're trying to grind out items from weaker enemies like cotton threads or something. I don't know. It's just something I was thinking about. Although, I realize that there's no more updates going to happen. That's fine. But it was something I was throwing around, but it wasn't important enough for me to mention.
Yes, Doc. I was playing Street Fighter 4 earlier.
Oh, it's not fixed.
It was just kind of on a whim. I think I only wound up winning like 2 matches online.
I saw your explanation for the connectivity. You said the lower the periodic table, so silver's more conductive than gold. I think that's what you said.
Right, but was that due to the atomic weight?
Oh, okay, I missed that one. If you answered that one,
I think I missed that one also. So, Arias.
Because the valence shell is further from the nuclei, which means it pulls from the which means the pull from the positrons. Now, I know what a positron is. Causes it to be held more loosely in the valence electrons.
What are you reading off of? Oh, did you scroll up?
His post, yeah. Do it! Oh.
Ashes, you know everything.
Yeah, I think you were also the guy who answered.
But do you know why kids love the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Yes, I do, because
Not
it's
asking
soggy.
you.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch has got to be one of the most horrible cereals out there. I don't mean by
Shut up,
taste,
it's
I mean,
amazing.
if you put it in milk for more than a minute, it's a soggy, gooey blob. That's why it's horrible. Because it does not stay crunchy. You have to scarf that stuff in 40 seconds.
So?
The only way to make it worth anything is to get it like a half a cup and a little bit of milk, eat it, then get another half a cup and a little
It's
bit
a
of milk.
kid's
So it
cereal. What do you want from it? It's not 5-star dining.
No, but if you're gonna
It's
eat
a
soggy
sugary
anyway,
cereal.
you might as well eat shredded wheat and put sugar on it. It's the same thing. And
Oh,
it's
no,
cheaper.
it's not.
Okay, it's
No, it's
shredded wheat
not.
with cinnamon and sugar. There you go.
No, it's not. It is not the same.
It doesn't have that crunchy texture to it. Which doesn't exist after 40 seconds of milk, by the way. Another cereal that's notorious for getting soggy really fast, I think, is Frosted Flakes. Or even Corn Flakes. About the same time. They're crunchy, they're firecrackers in your mouth when you first start eating them. And then you're eating a bowl of mush. But the transition seems to be gradual enough that you don't seem to notice till it's too late.
You've put a lot of thought into your cereal eating, haven't you?
I thought of this crap when I was a child, so yes. I was bored as a kid a lot. I wasn't being challenged in school, but I was also lazy. So I didn't want to be in those accelerated programs.
See, I just read all the damn time.
I wasn't the gifted programs, but that was different. That was like one class. I mean, I didn't take... Like in high school, they had those advanced placement courses and stuff. Like, forget that. I want to take something easy, like art. So I did. My senior year consisted of 2 requirements. The English and the whatever it was. I don't know what it was. And then the rest was just all electives that were throwaway. I had Art 2D and 3D. I had creative writing, which is mostly the freshman take. So I was like the oldest one in that class. Oh.
Who is messaging me on Skype? It's probably Cranberry. I bet it's Cranberry. It's Cranberry! Yo, Cran.
So many of my students are like that, Zen. Oh, so you teach? What do you teach? Remember, the last 3 letters of principal spell POW. You know where I got that from? That was
No?
a Saved by the Bell line from Screech.
Why?
I watched Saved by the Bell.
No, I understand that. I watched Saved by the Bell too, but...
It was actually the after years. They did like 1 season of the college years when Zach and what's-his-name were in college and Screech was like an assistant principal. And that's what Screech said as an advisor. They only did like 5 episodes of that. And where Kelly and Zach got married, and after that they went to the new class of Saved by the Bell. Then they canceled the show. Yes, Gyro!
Cool, maybe he'll open up this goddamn switch.
Saigan, hit the 2 switches in
There are
the inn.
switches in the inn! God
Yes.
damn it. Thank you,
Never looked.
Arias.
It's
Oh!
okay. Saigon's got his ham-handedness.
Acceleratle.
Acceleratle.
Acceleratle, as Zen would
Acceleratle.
call it.
It's a rattle. Well, think about it for a second. Like when you
No.
go faster, like, you rattle.
No, it's accelerate, and accelerate with an L in there. Acceleratle.
Acceleratle.
No,
Just look at it. No. No.
it's a play on words.
I know, because like when you go really fast, things can rattle, and when you shake a rattle,
No.
you know.
I'm pretty sure you're just wrong.
Not in my brain.
Oh my god, who has this stupid bass turned up in their car?
Oh, I hate that. That's noise.
Freaking
pollution.
windows are rattling. Like, more bass
Yeah.
does not equal better sound.
No, it just means it drowns out the horrible singing. You don't have to know how to sing. Just put a ton of bass in your song.
Watch, he's
you know?
probably like playing like Desiree or something.
I've always pronounced it how Zen does, but it's probably not right. Thank you, Arias. Right, even the creator of the game pronounced it my way. Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm killing this thing. That's what
Oh
I'm
yeah,
doing.
but yeah, you're killing the gyro. You're killing the ham plates.
Ham plates, ham wing
Actually,
plates,
in a way, it looks like a slinky made of ham.
hammer pillar plates.
Hammer pressure. I'll have to remember that one. I'm gonna file that word away.
Ow!
Actually, hammer pillar sounds like an armored caterpillar. The hammer pillar. Well, that would be armor peed.
Flash
actually.
Gordon wasn't called Rattleman Gordon. Yeah, thank you, Ashes.
Flash Gordon wasn't called Flash Gordon. Yeah, see, that's. I only saw a couple Flash Gordon episodes because you gotta. I saw them because they were shorts, I think, on Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I don't recall them ever doing Flash on Mystery Science Theater.
Maybe it wasn't Flash, but it was Flash-esque, so it gave me the feel.
Caterham! Thank you, Ashes.
Caterham. Sounds like a caterpillar made of ham. I'll eat it. You know, ham is delicious, but you can't eat too much of it because it really... Like, you take a big...
You can't eat
delicious...
too much of anything.
No, but I mean, like, you can get sick of ham really quick. It's so tasty, but you take a gigantic bite of ham, it's delicious.
I have never eaten so much ham that I did not want more ham.
Well, I don't mean that you didn't want it forever.
I've done that with, like, turkey. I've done it with duck. Absolutely done it with duck. I've done it with lamb.
I've never done it with lamb. I've done it with beef. I've done it with ham. Probably because I had a ham sandwich and then fried ham, and then I was like living off ham for a day and just didn't want it. My highest strength is 1500 on the Yuna costume.
They're talking about lightning returns.
Okay. Well, you know, like...
That Yuna costume bothers me so much. Because lightning just, A, doesn't look good in it, and B, is not meek like Yuna.
Do you think we could get a female character in an RPG that has functional attire instead of just, you know, like attire that accentuates a sexual feature of some kind?
Samus?
Yeah, Samus is a good example, and I think she's the only one I know of. And that's the early versions of Samus. I think in later iterations of her, they gave her form-fitting curvy armor.
Spartan Cat. Any of the Spartans, really, in the Halo series.
Halo. Well, I haven't played Halo, so
okay, well, the Spartans in the Halo series, like, you can't even differentiate them man from woman while the helmet's on.
Decent. I think outfits should be functional. And when, like on Slayers for anime, when Naga's wearing her I'm a whore outfit, you think, that's just not functional. Now, that's the Slayers with Naga and Lena, not the Slayers with Gallery and Lena.
There's also a lot of really functional armor in Monster Hunter.
I think she looks good in it. I changed the colors, though.
And Skyrim. Actually, pretty much the entire Elder Scrolls series. So they're out there.
Morrowind, I guess.
You have to look to mostly Western series.
Touche. I've always been looking at JRPGs. Oh, leveling up is so cool. No shield.
Yeah,
Right?
Again, no shield. I'm not going to farm this bastard.
No, I know you're not.
If I get the shield, I get the shield, but I am not farming him at this point.
Well, at least you got some EXP and a level up, so just sleep at the end and hit the balls. It'll be fine. Yeah, docking Slayers. But there's Slayers next, Slayers try. Then there's the reunion Slayers after 10 years, which I saw. And then there's the Slayers with Naga, which I didn't know that existed when I was watching Slayers with Gallery. And then I realized, oh, there's a whole series with Naga. Well, who's Naga? I think I saw 5 episodes. They're actually more feature length, I think. They're a bit longer than the series was. But my friend got me into Slayers, and I was actually waiting for Slayers Try to come out for a while. I ordered it when I was in Italy. Just because I wanted it that bad. But that's the last anime I ever bought. Okay, technically that's not true. I bought Chobits because it was a cutesy thing, and I was planning on giving that to as a gift. I never got a chance to give it as a
I'm
gift.
trying to picture you watching Chobits.
I watched the whole thing. I thought it was silly. Because it's all that whole risky... Well, not Chobits. It was... Well, I'm sorry, it wasn't Chobits. I lied. It was Risky Safety.
I remember Risky Safety coming out. Have never seen it.
Yeah, it was basically for kids. It's... I'm depressed. Okay, let me kill you. But Risky and Safety are the same entity. The angel and the devil
Dude,
pop in and out of the same body.
you're talking to me like I know what you're talking about. Again.
I'm just saying, it's it's a system that's already been played out in other anime, so you'll be familiar with it. And oh, well, that's okay. Go left and right. You're fine. So you watch Risky Safety. It's pretty much predictable.
The slime controller. I'm actually getting really frustrated with my new controller because I cannot get it to freaking work anymore.
He's not going to order from overseas anymore because Square Enix of Japan suck.
No, I placed an order for the Roto sword.
You didn't.
I did.
Which one? Or do they have just one style now?
Just the one Roto sword that Square Enix is putting out. Square Enix hasn't put out a Roto sword before.
Okay, well I was thinking that because the hero sword has changed forms a few times.
It's Roto's sword. It has
There was
really...
Erdrick's sword, and there was the Zenithian sword.
It's not the Zenithian sword. That's a
And
completely
then there
different
was
sword.
Roto's sword.
I'm talking about Roto's sword, which is also the descendant of Erdrick's sword, because Erdrick is Roto.
I know, and he's also Loto.
It's Roto. It's pronounced Roto.
Well, the Japanese pronounce L and R the same.
No, you're wrong. It is actually written in Etruscan runic on, I think, the shield, and it is very much an English R.
Okay.
Nemus already totally corrected me on it. I
But
used
in
to
the
think
Game
like
Boy
you that it
versions-
was Loto. It is not Loto. It is completely and truly Roto with a Western R.
Okay, I know Loto from the Game Boy Color Dragon Quest remake games.
Yep, mistranslated. It is in fact supposed to be Roto.
Yeah, I figured. I remember the joke they put in Final Fantasy, Erdrick, and they gave you the dates on the gravestone. I think they did that because they didn't like Enix at the time. That's the only thing I can think of.
I think it is just a friendly nod to it. There's another version of Final Fantasy that says, "Here lies Link,"
Yes, that's in every remake. They took out the Erdrick reference.
because nobody would get it.
That's not true. You know, the majority of gamers these days are not children. The demographic has aged. Yes, children play games, don't get me wrong.
The slime clips that I got were from lottery grab bags that were 500 yen on the Square Enix store. Orias, I forgive you.
Aldane's relic weapon is the shield of Loto because I've only put... Yeah, that's okay. I never got them anyway. I thought the side questing for them was a bit too tedious for my liking. But that's just me.
You did all
Yeah,
the
different
grinding
quests.
for the alchemy, and you're complaining
did-
about tedious side quests?
Side quests and alchemy are different. The side quests require specific chains of
Wow,
events, and I just
what
didn't
a
do them.
terrible first round of combat.
Oh, they're kicking...
Yeah, they got the jump on us, and then like, bite, you're asleep, explosions!
I just every time I get my ass handed to me in a game like this, I just think of that one line from Liar Liar. I'm kicking my ass. Can't explain it. It just pops in my head every time. You have to entertain yourself when you're grinding in an RPG, so your brain kind of goes everywhere.
So I've done the math. I'm about 2 weeks away from hitting 2,000 subscribers. And then I will pick a date for Dragon Quest 2.
I'll try to pop in, but I can't stay for the whole thing.
Well,
just
I
can't.
wouldn't expect you to. It's gonna run like 20 to 30 hours.
Well, you can't stay up that long, I'm sure.
I totally will.
But no, I mean, like,
I'm gonna play the whole thing in one run.
then you'd better get some. You better get some 5-hour energies or something.
Dude, 5-hour energy messes with me. Like, it makes me feel all ill. And, like,
Oh.
it makes my body feel all hot. It's so uncomfortable to use. Like, I don't get nauseous. I just feel like I'm sick when I take 5-hour energy.
If I take too many 5-hour energies, even spaced out, 5-hour energy doesn't work 5 hours for me. It works about 3 to 3.5, because it depends on your metabolism anyway. So after about 3 hours, I don't feel it anymore. So I was driving from Texas to Florida, and I had about 6 of them in my console. After the fourth one, my heart was starting to hurt. I'm like, okay, it's time to stop drinking.
You shouldn't have drinking that many. You can overdose on vitamins. You know that, right?
There's also caffeine in them. It's not just vitamin B6 and 12. It is caffeine as well.
Yeah,
And yes.
some, but honestly, it was doing less damage to you than I think the other stuff was.
Well, I don't drink Monsters or whatever the other ones are. I just don't drink energy drinks like that because they make you pee too much, and I didn't want to stop driving that long. I wanted to stop driving when I had to refill the gas tank, and that was it. So, and it was about every 400 miles, about. Not terrible gas mileage, but not great gas mileage either. I need a new vehicle, but can't afford those hybrids. Ooh, leveling up. You can overdose on vitamins. If they're not water-soluble vitamins, yeah. Like vitamin C is water-soluble. It's really hard to overdose on that one. Folic acid is one of the few you can't because you just urinate. Is that vitamin C?
Folic acid? No, I don't
know.
think so.
It could have a different name. I said some of them are water-soluble and it just goes to your kidneys, which flush right out. You can't overdose, I don't think, on
right
B6
back.
and 12 because you can only store so much before you piss it out. I think. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a chemist, and I'm not a biochemist. I don't know all these things. I just know it affected me a certain way after about 4 of them, and 12 hours of driving. No, ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Okay. They all have different weird names, yeah. So every vitamin's basically an acid. Makes sense, yes. Saigan, are you playing? Are you squatting a loaf? Are you pinching one off? What's going on? Okay, we're still in the call. And I'm getting this scratchy thing. Okay, it's not true. Some vitamins aren't acids. They're bases. Okay.
Okay, I'm back. So
Yay, you're back. Did you pinch one off?
I had to pee. We were talking about all these drinks, and suddenly I was like, I really need to get up.
Okay, you did number 1. Oh, good job, number 2.
That was actually a pretty decent Dr. Evil.
Thanks.
Ashes. As a medical professional, what would you recommend I eat and drink during the marathon that could possibly run 24 hours or longer?
I'm gonna guess he'll say some vitamins, and I'm gonna guess he'll say stay away from caffeine, but let's find out.
Well, caffeine in itself isn't really that bad. It's just if you have too much. And
Actually,
I want to try and avoid the caffeine anyways, and the sugar, because I don't want to crash.
I have one theory. Slow-burning carbs like oatmeal, they should give you energy longer.
Yeah, but this is a different kind of energy. I mean, I'm not actually going to be moving around that much. I need to keep focused.
That's why slow-burning carbs, because oatmeal burns slowly. It's that polyunsaturated fats. I think. These are my guesses. He hasn't mentioned anything yet. Not all vitamins.
Last time I tried doing like a bunch of fruits and vegetables.
They'll just give you the shits. Protein to help keep your energy up, and sugars will peak your energy and lead to crashes, as you said.
Yeah.
Protein, so eggs.
I can do eggs.
But they do also do cholesterol for you, so maybe you could
It's
do
good
some
cholesterol.
meats. Sort of. Let's not go there. I mean, dairy can give you really high cholesterol. Okay, carbs and sugar. Carbs are sugar. They taste different, but they are.
Well, yeah, carbs get turned into sugar.
Yeah. So protein, so you can have your egg salad sandwich
meats.
with celery. With celery.
Meats and leafy greens.
Leafy green spinach. That has a lot of vitamins.
Spinach.
broccoli.
I'll happily eat spinach. I'll eat spinach all day.
I'll eat raw spinach all day. I won't eat
Nuts.
cooked
Okay,
spinach all
peanuts
day.
and almonds. Okay, all right. I can do nuts.
Peanuts have high fat content though, so you don't want to eat too many of them. Like 5 or 6 giant handfuls of nuts will give you all the calories and fat you need in a day, and it won't fill you up at all. I mean, it might fill you up that moment, then in an hour you'll be hungry, and you shouldn't eat because you just ingested all those calories and fat. Nuts are good when you're surviving. You'll be hungry all day, but you'll have the fat and calories. So that's why nuts are awesome. But we just eat nuts like they're going out of style.
So like chicken salads.
Salads.
Like I'm thinking like chicken and spinach salads with some nuts tossed in. That actually sounds pretty good.
Clove of
I'm
garlic,
getting hungry.
Docking. I eat garlic, but only if it's roasted. Raw garlic is hard on your stomach. Even if you can proverbially stomach it, as in you can eat it and it doesn't affect your throat or your mouth. Like you can eat raw garlic. It hurts your stomach a lot. It's really rough on it if you're not ready for it. It's like a multivitamin. Those giant pills, they're really rough on your stomach.
Well, if there's nothing in there to help digest, I mean, you need water and you need other things in your stomach to help you absorb what's in the vitamins.
Pound for pound, protein has the most calories, but think what you use calories for.
Energy,
Yeah,
which I'm not actually going to be moving around all that much. That's like... I am going to be trying to get up every... I'm going to be getting up every hour and moving around for like 5 minutes just to, you know, get my blood flowing and so my muscles don't just atrophy on me.
You found an herb, so you can probably use that if you need to heal 30 hit points. Raw garlic, I'm saying some people can eat raw garlic, but like I can't eat a multivitamin even with water. I have to eat it with food and a lot of food. It almost makes me want to throw up. My stomach does not like multivitamins unless they're in gummy form. Gummy or liquid. I cannot do the solid pills. Like those multivitamins that start with a Z. You find them all over the place for men, and then I mean, try to eat those, and they just hurt. Like, you know that feeling when you're about to throw up? You get that watery feeling in your mouth, and your stomach is churning.
Oh no, let's not talk about throwing up. I spent half of last week dealing with that.
Oh,
Garuba, no! God damn it!
Focus. Caffeine is good for focus, but it can crash you too.
I really don't want to do the caffeine.
I don't blame you. Especially over 30. I don't blame you. Yeah, I guess just leafies. Leafies and eggs and nuts.
I'm thinking chicken and spinach and nuts and eggs and...
You can do... I can take chicken out of the fridge and put it in a sandwich, a cold chicken sandwich. It's actually pretty good. As long as it's not greasy chicken like fried chicken, if it's a big chicken.
Oh no, it'll be grilled.
Grilled's good. Good grilled chicken. Chicken's one of the cheapest meats out there because chickens outnumber humans on the planet. We have over 7 billion chickens.
Source. I demand a source.
I'll get it for you. I learned this in one of my college classes. There's like a farming census that they take with animals, livestock for the farmers who raise them and stuff.
In all honesty, it does sound like a perfectly reasonable thing, but I still demand a source.
All right. Let's see what Google has to say. There's the economics.com blog.
Tuna is really high in protein, Doc. Same with like salmon, and the fish oils are really good. I love eating fish because the oils in it are just so good for you.
Let's see. Economics.com says the world's average stock of chickens is almost 19 billion, or 3 per person, according to statistics from the UN's Food and Agriculture Organization.
Okay.
And there's a link here that says statistics. The link goes to fao.org.
Just put the link in chat.
Yeah, if anyone wants it, it's here. I'll just pop it in the chat and you guys can look at it. So wow, 19 billion.
Well, yeah, but
chickens.
don't you have to eat like a lot of tuna to a lot of fish, period, to get any kind of mercury poisoning? It's one of those really overblown things.
Well, fish have
Oh,
high
Ashley's had to go
mercury
after.
content. They can because they eat the stuff that collects it and then there's sinks for it. It's hard to know how much mercury is in your fish. I don't know of any good way they test for it. I don't know how you can test for it as a consumer of fish. If there's mercury testing kits available, I would recommend buying one.
I'd say that's a bit alarmist.
True, but mercury is a heavy metal and it causes a lot of problems if you ingest it. But all the heavy metals are like that. Lead, mercury. You don't want to eat them.
Iron?
Well, you can't eat iron. Those
Really?
metals I've mentioned,
Really?
there can be trace mercury and lead in your food based on packaging and piping.
So you're saying
How do
that
you
we
eat
don't
lead?
need iron?
Okay, iron as a mineral, not iron as the metal.
Let's
Oh,
go.
these guys, I was so overleveled when I fought them, I actually kept one alive.
Pant.
Arias.
Do you think that was the last of them? What's up, Sadie? You have an idea, but I may not like it.
I'll read it, you can do the dialogue. I'm waiting on.
We've done it with these fiends gone, and the storm should eventually calm in Uria.
Your girlfriend might like the idea, but you won't.
I'm concerned. Finished? We're just getting started.
Gizmos.
Because of the power of the wind that resides in this chamber, we are impossible to defeat. Your death wish has been answered. Oh, what is this? Reinforcements, I see. Call forth all of our Aragonol. If you wish, you stand no chance.
So he says.
Gizmo emerged.
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
When I see the word Gizmo, I think...
Accelerator.
Has anyone ever played the old Nintendo game Double Dribble?
Yes.
Because-
Yes.
Because when you get a foul in that game, it goes Gizwell. It's not. It's a nonsensical word.
I'm going to probably disagree with a few people. I actually preferred hoops to double dribble.
I preferred Double Dribble was fun. I never played hoops, but I did play Run and Gun in the arcades, and that was fun.
Do I have Kasap? I do not have Kasap.
I think they're susceptible to. Okay, they're fire. I think they're susceptible to ice. I think.
No, they're not heat gizmos.
Oh, okay, that's right. It's been a while since
So let's try fire on them. See how that goes.
I couldn't remember what spells I was using.
Bang?
Arias watched my LP when I was fighting these guys, and he was really surprised with my outcome, and that's why I made a suggestion. I go, well, what happens if you kill them before they get that one attack off? And Arias like, maybe I could add something. I don't know if he did or not. Probably not.
Oh, mage casts Kasap. Okay.
Yeah, the party you're with is kind of off to the side, and they're doing things.
Doing their own thing, helping out.
Yeah, but they take damage, too. They actually have a limited amount of hit points.
Bam, bam, bam. Smog. Sizz did a reasonable amount of damage.
Try Ice Bolt.
I'm gonna try Crackle.
Okay. That might be the one to use. I can't believe there are about 19 billion chickens. That just blows my mind.
Magic Paralyze, Soul, Fizzle.
My mind doesn't get blown.
Vision! There we go.
Sad.
Crackle.
Something could get blown.
Whoa!
Berserker takes. Yeah. The party, the NPC party, will pelt them pretty hard. Fortunately, you need that damage.
Well, no, that was somebody in the NPC party getting taken out.
If you have any form of poison. Oh! That's right, that's why Aruba could have a dagger at this point that could poison. Not the Madu, but he could have one before that, which might do poison.
Wow, this
You were doing alchemy.
party's pretty rockin'.
Yeah. Poison. Well, Rise mentioned that most bosses have a weakness to poison that helps every round. Maybe most is the wrong word. Some of them.
Okay, Crackle does little tiny
Comparable.
bit more than Sizz.
And it's more MP, isn't it?
Yeah.
Now let's just go back to Sizz. Actually, no. The single attack probably would be cool.
Actually.
Like some of those spells.
Do you have poison? Do you have poison?
Ruben needs to heal.
Enchant
Yeah.
poison? No enchant poison.
Hmm.
Fire wave.
It's funny how Nintendo sometimes tried to put sound files in their games because they couldn't do it really well. So you get these words that don't mean anything, and you're trying to interpret them when you play them as a kid. Like
I
it's
have
double.
no poison unless I happen to have
All right.
a piece of gear in storage.
The one sound file that most people are familiar with is the original Mortal Kombat Raiden's 2 sentences he yells when he does his rush forward. The words he yells are nonsensical. When they were recording, I think the voice actor said, "We tried to say something in Chinese, but it always came out bad. So I just yelled something nonsensical and it sounded great." So Raiden actually isn't saying anything.
Curse is similar. There's poison spike spear. I don't think I have curse either. But I'll see if I've got a poison knife or poison
You
spear.
change gear with the A button on the character screen.
Wow. Oh, curse! Firewave curses. Cool.
Cursing. What does that do in battle? I know it can drain your MP out of battle, but I don't know what it does in battle.
Do another one.
Will it like just randomly do a weird thing? Cursing is one of those ambiguous stat elements that I just can't ever pinpoint what it does.
Bang. See how bang does.
Troops decide to rest for a turn.
Alright. Cursed? Cursed. Okay, they're all cursed.
Curse reduces HP and MP constantly, and you're right, it doesn't wear off, because I had that problem in the first snowfields with the enemies cursing me.
Okay, bang's about the same as Sizz.
Oh, you could MP break them, and that might lower their intelligence, right? Did he mention that he changed the effects of MP break, not to just take MP?
Is that in the final patch?
It should be in the one you have, I think.
Oh god, poor warrior. No!
Mm-hmm. He's 511.
I kind of like
Yeah.
that you are, this is a joint effort.
You didn't. You didn't what? The usage fee you didn't add it to this version? The MP break thing? Oh, okay. Yeah. He mentioned that in one of his updates that it was gonna change just a little bit, just to make it more viable, because yeah, you can never use it to drain MP enough to make it mean anything.
I don't know what to enchant with. Earth, maybe?
It might have been great if MP drain would give some of the MP back to the hero. So, you know, MP break is unchanged. It is? I thought you said you were gonna fix it all. Oh well. It's pointless. Go with you don't like companions, and don't get the slime and get the baby dragon instead. Because then you don't get MP break, you get other things. I didn't have MP break.
Okay, blind Aruba all you like.
Yeah, Enchant Earth is amazing on wind foes. Oh, okay.
Is it? Did I call it? Yes! Yes! It kind of made sense to me. Like,
Look at it this
well,
actually-
the wind won't move mountains. That was
Actually-
seriously, like, my line of logic.
I always thought that wind beat Earth for one reason. Here's my logic. Wind erodes rock faces.
But it
over
takes
time.
forever.
I know, but it does wear him down.
This battle's lasting, like, this is probably going to be my fastest boss fight in this game.
Water beats Earth because water erodes Earth, if you look at it that way. Yeah.
Well, again, we're
But you
talking
see-
about
You know,
just... You're thinking about it too hard.
but you see, water usually beats fire,
Thinking about it way too hard.
and fire usually beats...
Thinking about it too hard, Zen.
I'm not
God damn
talking
it,
about
I'm out of
Pokemon.
water
I'm not talking
again.
about like the normal, the Zen charts or anything. I'm just talking about like just
Life's
you're just-
Payon. Oh, we all got Restore. Sweet. Oh, and Kasap.
all enemies have decreased. Yeah, he says he still has that space saver. So when that flash happened, you saw the outline. Of
Did
the
I get
his
blinded
ability
again?
kill.
Oh my god. I got blinded again.
I'm blind. I can't see. I love that cycling effect when you have more than two. That was a welcome addition. So kudos to you for that one.
I'm gonna go get water. BRB.
The one thing I did that you didn't add, I don't think you can because it's hard coded into the RPG Maker, is when, if in alchemy, if it requires more items than are visible, it shows a little arrow on the window stating that you can scroll down and view all the items it took to make said item, but you can never scroll down to view them. There's no physical way for you to look, and some of those stronger swords require 5 or 6 different things. So it always really annoyed me, but I think that's just a hard code issue in RPG Maker. I don't know. I don't think you can fix that.
Wow, 230 damage from the hero. Earth Element is amazing on wind foes. Confirmed.
And I just like, you hit a brick wall. Yeah, I didn't know how. There's only like 2 weapons that do. Yeah, like I said, I don't blame you for like missing quote unquote that because yeah, it's not an issue that comes up really a lot. So I'm like, I
Mage,
guess
no!
he's dead. Bummer.
We still have 2 gizmos left.
Bard is still alive. You know, the funny thing is the mage lived through my battle. Everybody but the mage died. When I was fighting this boss, I had a theory that you couldn't kill Gizmo until the other party had all died. For some reason. But then I killed him as I was mentioning that. I'm like, oh, I guess you can kill them and the other party doesn't have to be defeated. Which was a pleasant surprise. I liked it.
The perfect storm. The assisting party is
Yeah.
defeated.
That the perfect storm. When they cast that, there's no defense. They all will die, regardless. It's kind of like the final boss. I'm not going to spoil anything, but there's one move he has that will guarantee kill you, and it's really annoying. The funny thing is I did not encounter it my first attack of the boss. I killed him, at least stage 1. Again, no spoilers. Without that attack happening. And then when I fought him again, it happened every time. And I was so frustrated, I put the game down for like 2 weeks. Couldn't play it. Just kept pissing me off over and over again. Is the MP low?
There we go.
Never mind, he's dead. I was gonna say, is it low enough you need to cast Sap? But,
I just refreshed SAP not that long ago. How can these humans be so powerful? Everybody dies but us. Team, you can't find good help these days.
Question says that.
Do you hear it? Do you hear the screaming of the wind? To even stand before my presence should be an honor. Your meddling, however, has gone on long enough. I must bring eternal storm to Uria, and you cannot get in my way. Coming here will be the last mistake you ever make. Do you really think you can take on the wind? Quite honestly, no. Shit, there's another boss. Cloud Queen emerged. Enchant Earth.
The fun thing is if you
Accelerate.
die here and get resurrected, You don't have to kill gizmos again.
Attack.
I
Sap.
don't think so.
I'll bring perpetual despair and storm to Uria. Prepare to fall.
Every time I hear the word despair, I think Warlord's Battlecry 2 when you play the Minotaurs. They're their main super weapon. Every time you move it, it might say despair. It's awesome.
Cranberry.
Shall knock
Cranberry
you all
is
down.
channeling Garland.
Yes.
How you doing, Cran?
If you live forever by creating a time loop, are you really living forever? Because you'll never actually progress beyond the loop.
What?
Like Garland's goal was to live forever, so he created a time loop in which he would live forever. But see, that's the point. He's only living in that time loop, and he can never. Get
I
past
do
it.
not remember that being the reason why he did what he did.
Yeah, he said when you fight him in the past, he said, I sent the like the four fiends sent me back to the past, so I can send them forward to the future, so they can grant me the power to come to the past. It's this big circle.
Wow, I think you're really, really getting it wrong. I'm convinced of it. Borg, how's it going?
Okay, I'm gonna look up the dialogue.
What was I doing? Damn it, I
about.
lost track of how many saps I've done. It's not funny. Stop distracting
You're
me.
cycling.
Sap, there, okay. Ew, Rob Magic. Okay, not happy about that. Ooh, yeah! Olean, damn! Whoosh. Well, I know that Final Fantasy has always had stories, it's just that one sounds... It sounds like it's still off from what the dialogue actually was.
No, that was his whole goal, was to make a time loop. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, it's like the original now. The original NES. He's like, yeah, I send the four fiends to the four. They send me back to the past. You can kill me, but I'll live forever, and you won't. That's his whole goal, to live forever.
Fizzle, slow all.
But I can't find. Every time you look for something specific, you can never find it. Oh. Non-Final Fantasy appearances. A costume of Garland in his Final Fantasy attire appears in Kingdom Hearts Mobile. Okay, I didn't know that.
Rob Magic? He put up barrier. Okay. You can still attack. Melody, let's have you Magic Herb Psy. Olean. Heal Melody. Oh, wait. Melody. Acceleratal. Olean. Heal Mel. You, Ruba, Old Man, Magic Herb Psy. Okay. Got a plan. Whoosh.
I'm watching. I'm not sure what to say right now. So
Enchant Earth. Sap. Heal us. Sap. I was not ready for that second wish so soon. I cast Acceleratal. How come we didn't all get to go first? Or did Olian's Acceleratal last like an extra turn? I bet he lost it. No, he still has agility up. That's weird. Okay.
See, he said, "Do you remember me? I was once known as Knight of Cornelia. 2,000 years from now, you killed me. I am Garland. Oh, you did defeat me, but the four great forces saved me by sending me back through time. Once here, I sent the four fiends into the future, where they shall once again use the force." Use the force great forces to send me to the past. In 2,000 years I remember none of this, but I will be reborn again here, so even as you die again and again, I shall return born again in this endless circle I have created.
Okay, he doesn't say that that's his goal, he just says that he's created an endless loop.
Now that's not the original Ness lines, but that's basically close in the remake. And that's kind of what he was doing. So...
Oh, wait, what am I doing? Heal us.
Probably basically what he says. It's interesting. Anyway,
Slow Cloud Queen. She's fast. Okay. Thanks, Arias. Rob Magic.
It's great having the creator on the team.
It is.
I think GOG had a great sale just a little while ago, like 83% off for this one game. I don't remember what it is anymore. I still want to buy the Banner Saga, but I still think it's a little too pricey.
It's so
$25.
good. It's so good.
I'm watching your LP, I know.
It's so good. It's depressing as shit, but it's so good.
I mean, you make all the wrong choices all the time, but it's
No,
fun.
apparently I'm not making the wrong choices. From what I hear from other streams, like, a lot of the decisions that you make, there's no right choice. There's just the least terrible choice, which I have apparently mostly been doing.
Cool.
A lot of people said that the game is too hard and they're unable to get past battles, and I have not had that issue either. So I think I'm actually doing pretty well now with Banner Saga after hearing more about it.
Oleon should probably use MP like Drain, like stealing MP. He really needs more.
Yeah, and he's actually...
He has 2 of them. I don't know if
He doesn't have... I can't cast Sublimation right now.
Oh, bummer. You need 20 MP for it. I know it lowers your defenses, but it's actually quite useful because he'll get about 80 MP back from it. I think like a net gain. It's pretty good. Use it a couple times and, you know... I first I didn't think it was useful.
Ah, there goes Earth.
Whoosh. That doesn't look like a queen to me. You know, because it's got a beard, a wind beard. But then again, dwarves, depending on what nerd
It's an
you ask.
elemental. It takes whatever form it pleases.
But see, the wind
It's an
was a
elemental
chick.
that identifies as a woman that wishes to show up with a beard.
You know, I guess it was hanging around the dwarves of D&D version 2 or 3.
I can't imagine wind elementals hanging out with dwarves.
Why not? Because they're underground and wind doesn't exist underground?
Yeah.
Wind can exist underground if you get a differential of pressure in a mine shaft.
What am I doing? What am I doing? Stop distracting me. Accelerate. Oh, I already did accelerate.
A one-trick
Sap
pony,
again.
whoosh, whoosh. Yeah, that's about what she does.
Heal us. Aruba, start tossing out magic herbs like they're candy.
I wish you could eat more than one at a time.
Twitch
like
chat
you
has been
follow-
eating messages for about a week now. It's laggy and bad lately. That is because of Twitch plays Pokemon.
Yeah, a 2-stage boss. This one is pretty much like intermediate / beginner. There are other 2-3-stage bosses that are a bit harder. I still have an open wound, but I beat the game, so I'm good. Oh, it's okay. I say that with love. Arias knows that. It gets critical barrier, and the axe has attack boosters at crit HP.
Try crack, I guess.
I think most of us who have played Dragon Warrior 3 have at one point or another tried to do the 3 sage technique. 3 sages in the hero. It's not all it's cracked up to be, actually. It's fun, but you don't have the powerhouse that you think you do with damage. And it's real easy to get 3 sages.
Why are we talking about Dragon Quest 3?
Oh no, I just thought about it. Just instantly, it's off the top of my head. Like, oh yeah, sages. I don't know. I link weird things in my head.
No, did I lose the Earth? No, I didn't. The stupid barrier? Maybe sap wore off?
So she has 3 fingers. And strange hair and eyebrows that go on forever. And she sits on a cloud of fluff with a giant beard.
Did I do that, Ashes? I don't remember doing that, Ashes. I certainly wouldn't mind having Cranberry as a guest on my marathon stream. But, don't spread lies.
I know which demon lord you didn't like, Araya says. Yes, yes. Of course. Oh yeah, Oleon, he still can't cast it. He's got 18 MP. Ah! My White Mage should be available tomorrow to do White Mage line, so I can finally do another episode of 8-Bit.
Yeah, maybe the beard is just its body.
So it has a mouth that connects 2 legs. Huh.
It's a wind elemental. It's made of air.
I know, I know. I'm still trying to dissect it.
That would, yeah, you're right, Ashes. That was like 2 weeks ago I mentioned that. I would like to have people like yourself, Cranberry, Mimus, occasionally pop in to answer questions about Dragon Quest X. But that does not equal my volunteering, Cranberry. I'm not going to force Cranberry to be on my stream if Cranberry doesn't want to. Enchant Earth. Magic Herb yourself. Attaku. Attaku. Kogeki.
We're having a really warm heat wave kind of front coming in through here in Florida. It was 83 today.
It snowed like crazy last night here.
Yeah, we got this warm front coming in. It's just pushing from the Gulf, and it's making it feel like summer here. Which, like a week and a half ago, for us, it was decently cold at night.
Damn it.
So I don't like weather that fluctuates too much like that because you never really know how to dress. In the morning, it'll be 40. Which I know that's not entirely freezing, but it's cold for Florida. And then by midday it's 75. And it really frustrates you because as you're outside doing stuff, the temperature noticeably gets warmer within 2 hours of being outside. So you start out in a sweater, then you're shedding the sweater, then you're shedding the shirt, and all you have is a t-shirt on. The biggest candy-ass boss in any game I ever played was the final boss in Final Fantasy Mystic Quest, because all you have to do is cast Cure on him. He does like 20-something thousand damage a shot. I've never met a boss that was that easy to kill. Now, a final boss, and we're not talking about a boss that's like the Doom Train on Final Fantasy VI, we just throw a Phoenix down at it and it dies. But, you know. Oh yeah, you could cast Life on him as well, and it did a tremendous amount of damage, because he was undead. So Life, or I think Life was even better than Cure. It was 83 as well, Hidakin says. It's weird, because last week it snowed 7 inches, So you get 7 inches of snow, then in 1 week it melts it all, so now you get a lot of flooding. That slush, that gooey slush of snow, and then it fills up all the storm drains with all the oil from the road that floated on top after it started to melt, and it's horrible. Some of the worst times to drive are right after it rains.
Yay!
He's dead.
Yay! It took less than half an hour to kill the bosses.
Nice. Life scene.
That is a record for me. What?
Give that to
How
Aruba.
can this be? I was the very incarnation of a storm. And storms don't always last forever.
Now go sit on her
Flash,
throne.
flash, 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 flash.
Now go sit on her
This-
throne. You've earned it.
The storm seems to have calmed down.
Oh, Docking, you're right. Cast life on him. Wait a minute. Casting life on Final Fantasy and Mystic Quest killed him instantly? I didn't remember that. That's interesting. I did not remember that happened. Then Austin, he is the biggest candy ass.
Am I gonna do a jig?
History.
Here's my jig.
Do you jig? Hey, it's the wave of the future.
Are all the monsters gone too?
No, you can still grind in here for the gyro
Really?
Carlin.
You know what? Wait, I killed that guy. Why don't I just leave? Hua,
You could probably
hua,
cast
hua,
outside.
hua.
Now go to the inn and sleep, because you'll get MP back.
Or I can just zoom back to... I can't zoom right now.
You can't zoom.
Oh! You know what I can freaking do, though?
Mm-hmm. Run. Well, again, the inn is right there, so you might as well use it.
I can't teleport. I need one more MP.
Yeah, he's a big sissy. Yeah, Mystic Quest, biggest candy ass. Who's the second biggest candy ass final boss? I know a boss that's not a candy ass. Legend of Dragoon. That final boss is not a candy ass. Took me a while to kill him. You could probably argue that Final Fantasy 10 isn't a big candy ass, the giant tick, because he takes a while, but there are methods to make him kind of easy.
What? Tick.
Final Fantasy 10. Yeah,
You
with
talking
Yuna
about
the Summoner.
Sin?
Oh, it's 12. I'm talking about 12. Sorry. I meant 12.
I don't remember a giant tick in 12,
12?
either. You fought Vayne at the end of the game.
No, it must be 10 then. Yeah, because he possesses all of your summons, and then he becomes the giant tick. That's 10.
You're
That's 10.
talking about
That's Final Fantasy 10.
No. You're mixing up bosses. I think the giant tick that you're thinking of is Sin. After you have fought and defeated Sin, you go inside him, and then you have to fight Jekt, and then you have to fight the spoiler warning. Shit, what's its name? I can't remember its name, but it possesses all your summons, and then you can't lose that fight. Like, once you beat Jekt, you've pretty much won the game, because you can't lose after that.
Okay. I concur about the final Legend of Dragoon boss. Yeah, it has like 3 stages. The first 2 stages you can breeze by. That final stage can just really ruin you. And if you don't have the ultimate war gods on people, then your life kind of sucks. And I know how to get 1 guaranteed.
My
and
god,
there's a
is
second
chat
one.
really that lagged?
Giant tick. He's thinking of lava. No, I'm not. Looks like a damn giant tick. Final Fantasy 10.
Yevon, thank you, Yevon.
Okay, yeah, you Yevon. Stupid tick. It looks like a damn tick.
It doesn't look like a tick. There it is. That's the one I was looking for.
Okay, why are you going here?
Why not?
I don't know, just because you can.
Shouldn't I go back to that town?
You can. You can get some closure. Caterpillar. I know it's caterpillar, but...
I just want to check past Uria first.
Oh, there were 2 hawks in our pasture today. One of them was attacking another one. The other one was on the ground looking up with its wings out and squawking. And the one on top was pecking at it, real pissed off. And the one on the bottom got away, flipping a tree. And the one on top went to that one, started pecking it. And so the second one flew off, and the hawk was just squawking at it, but didn't fly after it. Probably a territorial dispute.
You know, son, I will. The storm seems to be calming down. Dad, take me out to play like you used to, please.
It was fun to see two hawks fight. I never saw it before.
You defeated the in the castle? Wow, that is impressive. I know. The armor shop here sells a pirate hat. I know. I saved up for them.
It took you a while to grind for that.
Yeah. Not only is it stylish, but it boosts your attack power as well. Sigh. It's still raining. Life's just
Talking
tough.
to you, Saigan.
Huh?
Sigh.
Sigh, you want to go to the present? Yeah, I already addressed that. I said I wanted to check the past one first. You were talking about birds. Mister, you should tell my mommy that I'm hungry. I've told her 1,000,000 times, but dinner still isn't ready. Still haven't cooked your kid dinner? It's been like weeks, lady.
Yeah.
I can only cook so fast. You can cook faster than that.
Well, that one dude who had Gust of Wind Dance, I used the Ultimate War God because Gust of Wind Dance was so annoying to get right. I'm talking to Side Jane on the chat.
Oh, in Legend of Dragoon. I was like, what the I have no idea what you're talking about. So, are you guys excited about the Unsung story?
I don't know about it. I think I have neutral feelings.
Neutral feelings? I have positive feelings. I've
learned not to get my hopes up.
I haven't really been disappointed by crowdfunded RPGs yet.
Mm.
Especially because Banner Saga is just so fucking good. It's so good. Everybody should play it.
For $25, I do recommend buying it. I just don't have it, so it's like, okay, I wish I could. But I did have $1.80 or something in GOG, had like this 85% off thing. I was like, okay, I'll get that game. I can't remember what it was. But it was one I was looking at for a while anyway, so. I really wonder how GOG makes money when they offer games for $2. You know, it just makes me feel guilty when I buy one that low.
Because it's like straight profit at that point. The games aren't going to be selling really anywhere else. Systems like GOG are almost exclusive in being able to provide people old games that they may not be able to locate anymore.
But what about the games that they sell that aren't exactly old anymore? Like FTL was on sale once for $2.49. I mean, that's an indie game, I know, but
It's indie developed, and indie games make most of their money on volume, like the successful ones. Like, yeah, they're cheap, but if you sell 1,000,000 copies of a $2 game and, you know, the developer gets to keep half, that's still $1,000,000 fucking dollars.
I mean, I know, I hear you. It makes me feel guilty in a way. It's like, oh god, you're only selling it for $1.50, $2. They've had some sales that I didn't like, actually. Their fall sale was really annoying. The Insomnia fall sale, if you guys know about it, it was like
Wait, where am I going? Boat.
I don't know.
Boat. I'm going in my
somewhere.
boat. Boat.
Great, now I have to use the restroom. Alright, in a moment.
Yuria, we're back. Saigan reads the sign. Welcome to Yuria. I grow different types of herbs here on this land. Did you know that by combining herbs, you can alchemically forge stronger items and potions? Yes. Very few people do. I do. I was hoping to open up a shop here in which I offered my services to the public, but I lack the startup funds and I'm unable to find a potential investor for my idea. Really? I can't fund this? Alright, I guess I'm gonna have to find somebody else. Oh, wait, here we go. Saigan shows the man the Onyu brochure. A new life. It is very possible that the people there would be interested in my idea. Tell me, how many people live there now? Oh. I couldn't make any kind of living with so few people living there. God damn it.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get him to move to my town. You have to have, what, like 12 people already there?
Tiny Metal Queen is on this island.
Oh yeah, you missed a tiny metal permanently. 2 of them now in the game. Well, one child's up there. You can see him.
Those children are off to... Yeah, look out your window, lady.
I don't think they have windows. Oh, what got me is in Dragon Warrior Monsters, the first one for Game Boy. Yeah, you get abducted by Wario, your sister, whatever, and then Kobe has to go after him. But the house you're in has no doors, so it really annoys me. I'm like, why couldn't there be a door but have it locked? Just because it's like they're trapped. It gives me a Twilight Zone feel. Like you're in this house you can't get out of.
Ah.
Like 7 to 8 people for the herb guy. Yeah, it took me a while. He sells the stuff. He requires herbs you get much later in the game, like red, blue, and something herbs. He give them some. You get them when you get them in the area where you start fighting king slimes, and that's a few chapters away. You won't get there for a while. No, king slimes annoyed me because I never. They're not a rare monster, but I never really encountered them that often.
I already talked to you. You there?
what else is there?
Here.
A pirate hat.
There's that pirate hat again.
Aren't things cheaper in the past than the present, like by 10 or 20% or something like that? I think I remember you saying that. The tin suit, the chainmail. I think you can make the chainmail with alchemy.
Or I could just spend 1,000 on it. Or I could just buy a turtle shell.
Magus
Or
robe is
2.
pretty good at this time in the game. For Aruba. Oleon could benefit from that if you're not using a two-handed staff.
Olean's wearing a bow.
Okay, crossbows are one-handed though, so switch to crossbows when you can.
Alright, we'll grab Magus robe for Aruba. Bahama, come on pretty mama. Key Largo, Montego. Baby, why don't we go down to Kokomo? We'll
Okay,
get
the price
there
of the
fast and then we'll take it slow.
That's
That's where we want to go. Way down in Kokomo.
Yeah, my cousins actually live down in the Keys. We used to go visit them once every year, once every 2 years, when I was a kid. And they grew up like people tend to do, and we grew up. Ooh, Magus fruit. I figured it out. Sai's nightmare after the marathon will be him on Roan, stuck around NPCs, and he's yelling, "Move!" and getting attacked every time he runs into them.
Ash, I'm so worried about it because it's going to take me a while to get my sleep back on schedule too. Because I'm going to be so freaking exhausted by the time I'm done with that marathon. I'm going to be in that spot where you're so tired that you can't fall asleep. I am mighty cute. Thank you. Thank you, miss.
See,
Thank you for recognizing me.
When you add an NPC that flirts with you, there really needs to be a side quest that you could just like get laid.
Why?
Because
Flirting doesn't imply that you want to get laid. Flirting's just like, it's fun.
There's a hope.
It's
that
non-committal.
You might have sex.
It's non-committal.
There's a hope.
It's non-committal.
No, he's not 2000 yet.
I am not at
estimates-
2000 yet. I'm at 1940 something. Estimation based on Social Blade's calculations are 2 weeks. 2 weeks, and then I'll find a date.
There's the inn. So I can find a recipe: iron armor, copper armor, and 6 iron ore, and a beast hide. Sadly, there's no alchemy book that you can open up, and it'll tell you the recipes. You just have to know them. That would have been really cool. He gives you a bestiary, but he doesn't give you a book of alchemy recipes that will fill out as you make them, which would have been cool. He's got the tentacle monster. Nothing ever comes of it, so you're fine.
Now, I'm willing to bet there are still monsters in there.
Yeah, but this cave is much easier now. You'll see. See, they blocked off all the bad stuff.
Be careful of the winds in the cavern. They will knock you back unless you have the boots. I'm sorry, but entering the caverns would be a death wish, ferocious monsters. If you're trying to... Arias! Arias! If you are trying to Tiny Metal Palace, you can use the ladder near me.
I pointed out a lot of typos.
If you're trying to reach... If you're trying to reach the Tiny Metal Palace.
I smell a post update just because of that.
I'm gonna force Arias into like releasing these little updates that just like correct one or two sentences at a time as I find them.
The irony is he watched my LP and he didn't jot down all the times I mentioned them. Oh.
I'll try to palace. Never fear. Well, I'm sorry, but entering the caverns would be a death wish. Ferocious monsters roam its depths.
They say the same thing.
If you're trying to Tiny Metal Palace, you can use the ladder near me. Trying to palace. Trying to palace.
I have no idea how to palace.
To get my regular sleep schedule back, you can take something to fall asleep initially. Okay, I try avoiding taking anything to help me sleep.
There's that chest again.
Meh. Maybe Tiny Metal Palace is a verb. Nice try.
It's a gig. Are you trying to palace on me?
That music.
Oh, yes.
Man, there's so much palacing going on in here. This
Dude,
palace is hard. This is the Tiny Metal Woman's Palace. Have you come with precious metals for our queen? I have. Can I kill you guys for XP?
Yes, if you have a certain metal.
This is the Tiny Metal Woman's Palace. Have you come with precious metals for our queen? I have. I really want to kill you. Oh, a newcomer around these parts. The queen will surely love you if you have some tiny metals. She's going to love my pants off then.
That sounded awesome.
If I don't, slay her friends, the metal slimes.
I was like, she'll love you with tiny metals, she's gonna love my pants off.
Are you wanting to participate in the expert's trial in the palace? In the expert's trial, combatants face off against metables and the occasional metal king. To enter, 1 violet metal is required. I do not have one. No, damn it, 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 damn it. No. Okay. There is a metal menagerie here. That's kind of what I figured you were getting at with this.
I never went in, even though I actually
Beginner's
had
trial.
1 of each metal.
1 teal metal. I do not have a teal metal either.
I'm max level though, so it won't make a difference.
Perry, sweetie. Hello, my love.
Oh, she's here.
Oh, welcome to the Metal Queen's Palace. I search the world far and wide for precious metals known as tiny metals. While many do not see the value in these metals, I do, and I'll do anything to get my hands on them. But I know people wouldn't part with such a precious metal for free, so I offer up the best of rewards for compensation. Tell me, young man, have you come across these extraordinary metals in your travels? I sure have, gosh golly. Oh, excellent. As you know, I must have them. Would you be willing to trade in your tiny metals for prizes? Can I kill the liquid metal slimes in your palace? Oh, get your own, lady. Yeah, bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, great. Let me see how many metals you have in your possession currently. Excellent. I now have 13 tiny metals from you. And everybody in chat went, oh, you only had 13? Because you have turned in 10 medals to me, I will award you a prize. Oh, and I was also offering a prize of 5 medals, so you get 2! Saigan receives a land shard. Fan-freaking-tastic. Saigan receives a monster egg. Cool. Come back when you have accumulated 18 tiny medals, and I will have your next prize. Saigan searches the bookshelf. Shiny object.
Well, watch this, keep reading.
God damn it. Clean your room. Keep reading what?
I thought it was like she looks at you sternly and you put it back. I thought that's what it was.
Hey, recipe for an
Shield.
iron shield.
You didn't read it. You skipped it, totally.
I don't care. I came across another one, Your Majesty.
Yeah, like, don't ask me where I got it from. Like, she can't identify the one that
It was in your
possession.
bookshelf. Clean your room.
Clean your... Why do you say room?
Room?
Clean your room.
Clean your room.
Clean your room.
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 Why are you saying it funny?
It's room. It's not rum. Rum
Rum.
is a drink that you pour in a glass with Coke.
That's rum.
Drink. I know.
Rum. Room.
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 There's a difference here, Dan.
No,
I'm
there's
good at
not.
checking here.
Did you comment on your suggestion to stay up for the marathon? I think I might have missed it, actually. Sadie, what was your comment? There's a strength ring in the other rooms. Thank you, Arias. Not only does the Queen have an eye for tiny metals, she also understands the wants and needs of fellow adventurers. Metal monsters, such as myself, are often tough for adventurers to defeat, but we give a generous amount of experience. The Queen has filled 2 rooms in her castle with metal monsters in order... Arias! You need a space between order and 2?
In order to.
Order to palace.
In order to palace.
Order to palace.
That's a good
In
one.
order to palace, satisfy the needs of adventurers all around. However, she limits access to these rooms. If you're interested, speak to the slimes on the roof of the castle.
Oh. Oh, don't forget to get the strength ring in here. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, full plate. Is he tin suit?
Tin
copper,
suit,
armor,
copper,
iron.
iron. Okay, so we're
cuirass?
basically taking a bunch of armor and then Voltroning it together. Gotcha.
Yeah. I bet you can't pronounce that word correctly. Queer ass. Yes, that's how you pronounce it. Because queer didn't mean the same thing it means today. I
Odd?
pronounced it cuirass. Because it's spelled C-U-R, cure. But no, it's queer ass. So, you know,
What?
queer ass is what you find at a gay bathhouse.
Queries? What are you talking about?
The word queer ass. C-U-R-I-S. It said the recipe for making that armor was...
Curious.
No,
Curious.
No, it's queer ass.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am positive it's queer ass. Trust me on this one. It's spelled curious, and I say curious
I will
all
never
the
trust
time.
you then. I'm sorry. It's just not in my nature to do so.
Fine, go to dictionary.com.
Pick a day that Perry
and
can
click-
stay up with me.
Queer ass,
So
it's
she
queer
can
ass.
slap me if I start to doze. But that means Perry has to stay up late too. We're talking about ways for me to stay asleep, to stay awake. Okay, this feels like a really good stopping point right now.
Doesn't it? Yeah, we've been doing this for an hour 48.
It feels like a really good stopping point. So
Just read it fast and pretend that space slack is not there.
I think this is going to be DQ for the night. However, I was kind of thinking about maybe doing some Street Fighter 4.
Ah.
Ah.
Not up going to bed, but
Yeah, you get to bed. It's 11 there. It's almost 11
almost. Yeah. And I gotta get up at 5 just like always. I don't function very well without a lot of sleep.
there. Aye.
Well, guys, it's been fun, like always.
thanks for joining me, Zen.
I love to.
And I will see you next week, dude.
Awesome.
See you next
Later,
time.
guys.